Back to my last video, which was brilliant. This is also kind of in that same vein of like AI and writing. First of all, so this person's right. Like you can't just tell AI to write you something, and it's going to write it. But I find it in general. I want to come up with something you've never heard before, something funny, something that plays off of your expectations and the juxtaposition of things. AI can only bring you what it's seen before. It can't come up with anything new. It's always just a rehashing. And so what you end up doing a lot with AI is accepting the level of rehash. Now, sometimes on my Twitch stream, we do my Chut Stray at, yeah, whatever. I stream. But we do dad jokes, like as a joke. It's a running joke. We do a lot of really, really bad jokes. Uh, like that's fine to find on chat gpt, but like for actual something incisive or like incisive, yeah, I probably would have chosen a better word there, but insightful or funny, or having that, like where you do a spit take, like that comes from humans still, right? Like that comes from coming up with something new and fresh and innovative, not just repeating what's been out there. And a lot of my writing, I try to do something. When I think of my characters, I think of that character in that space at that moment. And I don't know how AI is going to help me with that, because I'm not going to be able to replicate that and then bring that to that and then think of the things I have been thinking about. Because when I'm writing, I'm not just writing from that moment, I'm writing from weeks, months, years of backlog in my head of things I want to write about or talk about, or this character, right? And so somebody like Lance in Anacrusis, I've been writing for that character now for years. I think in that character's head in a way that I can't tell the AI to, and I don't think the AI would be able to replicate anyways. I think it's helpful occasionally when you want to have lists of things or weird little like pull out and just be like, hey, what's 10 things that people in Cleveland eat? I don't know. It's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. Uh, it's all pierogies and some kind of potato. But that would be the right answer, by the way. But like, it just, I don't know. People keep saying that is going to be the answer, and I think maybe for copyright and for things that you want the readers or the listeners' expectation to be fulfilled, meaning you're selling them a car, you're not going to be like, and this car jumps off of cliffs and airbag deploys midstream and you could crash from 500 feet up. Like it's not going to write that, right? Because it's gonna look at all the stuff that's written, didn't like it, and it's just going to regurgitate that, and that's probably fine. Because so the only time I see real ads anymore is on sports, uh, and every time I do, I understand like mass killings, because those ads are crazy, like bad and annoying. This one knows how to measure. Like, no, there's nobody like that. Like, that's just stupid. That's just annoying. That's just like you're just trying to annoy me so I pay attention to your ad. And like, there's a lot of that. Like, so maybe, for that kind of copyright, sure. But for actually like a long creative endeavors, I just think it just doesn't really work out, except for, you know, um, again, I don't think it's creating the content. I think it's creating the noise of information that you put into the content and into your head. And so, sometimes you just want to know, like, who wrote this book? Like, man, there, maybe I'm in Google, whatever. Like, but like, right, like you can do something like that. Because you always want a good Emily Bronte joke in there. I don't do enough T.S. Eliot jokes. We should do more T.S. Eliot jokes. I really like the cocktail party. Uh, but yeah, so yeah, I don't find it useful for that. What I do you find it useful for in game development is asking it Unreal questions. How in a blueprint do I do X? And it tends to be pretty good at that. Or just helping me out with weird questions like that in the engine stuff. But that the actual writing, it has not been helpful for me. Here are the people it has been though, so I'm doing it wrong, or I break AI. I don't know.